Hey guys, it's Miss Coconut. How are you doing? We're going to talk about this retrograde, this full moon, and your love life. All of these experiences that you are going to be encountering this retrograde is going to sharpen your intuition because we're dealing with a watery planet that governs the waters of the earth. Is going to really force you to get in touch with that inner person that is guiding you, that you refuse to listen to because you want what you want. This last episode, this last go-round, this last karmic cycle that you're encountering with your mate is going to force you to listen solely to that voice of reason that lies within each and every person. Okay, guys, so I'm using my Halloween deck today because it's the season of the witches. But seriously, Halloween, you know, it's in October, clearly. But this is the time when you're preparing for the winter. And in fact, we're in a full moon, the hunter's moon. This was when they had already, you know, harvested the crops. And so the land was clear. They could see the animals that they needed to kill, to put it bluntly, to store up for the winter. So it's all about survival, okay? We're about to enter the harsh winter months. We need to make sure we have everything we need, you know, all of our creature comforts. And in fact, the moon is hitting Taurus, and we know Taurus is all about financial, material, what they value as, you know, their comfort. It's about family, being in the home, having money, being able to enjoy life. But Taurus is also about simplistic living, right? They're very much in touch with the earth and stability. So this is a time that you're going to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you are hunting, so to speak, the best values for your life. And I'm here to tell you, you know, just like anything, when you have provision for the flesh, temptations come. Guess what? With this Neptune retrograde, we're going to be dealing with a lot of things being revealed, more than normal, because, see, Neptune deals with your subconscious mind and what you manifest and create. Neptune deals with your dreams. So if you've been having a lot of dreams that are real strange right now, it's because this retrograde is going on. Neptune rules Pisces, which is the dreamer. It rules your subconscious, so it's dealing with those hidden emotions, and it's also dealing with illusions. So the retrograde in Neptune is dealing with deceptions. It's a very feminine energy, and it's coming to remove the glamour, right? The glamour smell that has been put on some of y'all lives. So what does that mean for love? Usually it means being able to see things for what they really are, not what we want them to be. We want to have the perfect relationships, but what we got is a bunch of mess. So I've already shuffled the cards, of course, in the effort to save time. But just be prepared. Some of y'all will be finding out about secret love childs. Some of you will be finding about hidden partnerships. Some of you will be encountering separations at this time. Some of you are going to see your mates for who they really are, the deceptors that they are, okay? So that's why there's going to be some endings here, because the veil has been lifted in many ways. This retrograde is going to sit with us until November sometimes, and you will see some of it play out slowly over time. So it's not going to hit you all at once. It's kind of creep up in there. And for some of you, it's going to be a crazy time of your life. We're always thinking about Mercury as being the turbulent one, but Neptune deals with addictions, okay? It deals with not being able to set healthy boundaries. See, that goes back to Taurus and self-care. If you don't set healthy boundaries, you will find yourself drinking too much, smoking too much, eating too much, or sexing people you have no business sexing. I know this is like free love, and everyone thinks they can just love and have sex with whoever and don't take into account the energy that they are taking within their spirit. But honey, this retrograde is going to break all of that down. It is. And you will find that if you are allowing things because you don't know how to say no, this last episode of your life is going to make you learn how to say no very firmly. So let's just look at how this is going to affect you, some of you, because as we know, it's a general reading. Duh. It's not going to affect everybody the same way. It may not affect you at all. I'm the type of person, I'm an alchemist personally. Like, I don't get caught up in the energies of anything, okay? Because I believe whatever is going on, I can transmute it. But I know that some people do pay attention. So here we go. So the first thing I want you to see, the New Dawn card, and that seems very positive. It says the light after the darkness. So that tells you right there, you're definitely going to be entering a period where things feel very deep, dark, and we're dealing with the water sign, right? The Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces. So we're dealing with the fact that you are going to start feeling like you're by yourself. And this is the planet of self-isolation. You're going to feel like you're by yourself because Pisces bears the weight of the whole zodiac. So the whole body rests on Pisces, right? And so you're going to feel like you're in a period of a valley. You're going to feel like you're at a low point with your love life. And it's maybe because things have started to come out that you didn't know. I know it is something to discover that someone that you love so deeply and cares for so deeply can deceive you. I know it's very painful. You know, we've all been there. And it's hard to deal with. But you just have to remember that better does come. Now, how does better come? Some of it comes by us being able to have boundaries and make better choices and selections for ourselves, okay? And next, it's the spiders. Spiders are about community, right? They're always building those little webs. But spiders are also about deceptions and being caught up in things that look a certain way. Because the web doesn't look like it will hold you. But those little insects get in that web and it's almost impossible to escape. And some of you have encountered these type of personalities in your life. They're basically pimping you out and you don't know how to get out because every time you get out, they try to beat your... Yeah, it's that kind of energy you're dealing with. And so because you refuse to stick up for yourself, you are at this time being really webbed out. You know, you're being caught in a snare, entangled, entrapped. And now we are coming into this witch's own. So this is the witch's season. Here's her cauldron. And it's saying you're self-sufficient. You have all that you need to get your healing on. So you don't have to stay in this dark place, okay? You want to be like this bird. You may be alone, but you flying high. And you're no longer a victim ensnared in anyone's game. You know, a pawn in someone's... You know, some people get with us and they mess with our heads and promise us things and don't pan out because it's a game to them. They just want to see how great they can, you know, manipulate you and maneuver your life. And the witch's cauldron is here to let you know that you already have been gifted with everything you need to take care of the problem. What does the cauldron represent? It represents the womb, okay? So you have all that you need to create a better life for you. Your love life does not have to stay stuck in this illusion. You don't have to keep buying into the fantasies, okay? We get caught up in these online fantasies. We interact with people that talk real good and they post the perfect picture and they say all the right things. But behind the scenes, they are nowhere near what they post to be. So that's a little bit of what Neptune is bringing to the forefront in this season. And I'm praying for y'all if you're caught up in this energy right now. I know it's tough. I do. I know it's tough. It's a tough time, y'all. This retrograde, because it deals with the deep, dark secrets and the fantasies that no one talks about, this is the type of energy to have people sleeping with their mama's boyfriends and thinking it's okay. Yeah. So here's a letter. There's a message. You're going to be receiving a wake-up call very soon. Do not be surprised. Don't be surprised. And some of you, it's going to be affecting your relationships in a way that you probably hadn't planned. Some of you are walking down the aisle knowing it's the wrong decision just because you don't know how to say no. And that's why I keep saying, with this full moon of completion and release entering Taurus season, you have to look out for yourself. Tauruses are all about self. They're very self-indulgent. And that's not a bad thing when you consider a lot of people don't know how to enact boundaries when it comes to love life. We allow the people that we love to walk over us sometimes, and it's not a good thing. And then lastly, what I want to pick up is a little bit of numerology just to see what comes through. During this dark time of deception, the veil has been lifted, and we're dealing with a lot of addictions being exposed. You know, so let's just see. Ooh, look at that. That 6 of spades coming through. That path is being open to addictions, to pain. That's telling us there's a lot of blockages occurring here in our love lives. So many of us, we're going to have to make better decisions to get out of this situation that we find ourselves in. Otherwise, love does not live here, and it will not live here as long as you see these secrets coming out, as long as you see the stress, the depression. As long as that's there, you can almost guarantee love does not live there. You have to really now decide that you want to save yourself. So let's see if there's a lesson through this that we need to concentrate on, because everything is a lesson anyway. So what do we need to know? What is it that we need to learn? What's the one thing that we can take with us? This is what we want to concentrate on, because this is starting to sound depressive. But is there one good thing? Can they give us one good thing? Oh, that's beautiful, y'all. Love does win. Okay, one day we're going to be able to enjoy the romanticism again. Love will be light again. I don't know when, but it's coming right up after this retrograde. Thank you for listening. And as always, Om Shrim Brezi.